Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about a company that I really like a lot. The name is Smule. You might know them for their Sing, or actually now it's just called Smule. So their Smule app. But they actually have quite a lot of other stuff, so let me take you through it. So their first app that they ever made was called Sonic Lighter. And I guess they were trying to just see what phones are capable of at this point. Smule's mainly like a music type of company, but I think they were just trying to, it was kind of just a test for them to see what they could like really do in the long run. So it was definitely a start, and it actually lasted quite a while before it got taken down. So that's cool. You could actually like blow in the mic and you could like disturb them. If you blew hard enough, you could actually extinguish them fully. So that's really good. Okay, so this next one is called Sonic Vox, and it was basically where you could like change your voice to sound different depending on the way you swiped your phone. If you swiped it vertically, you could change the echo, and also the pitch was you could change by swiping horizontal. So that was definitely interesting. It didn't end up lasting very long though. So this next one was definitely their first real successful app, and it was called Ocarina, and it's actually still around today, surprisingly, even though it's like 11 years old. It is still around. If you go to the App Store, you can try it, and it basically turns your phone into a flute. And it's another one where you have to blow into the mic. I wonder how many mics got broken by Smule's apps. Now here's an interesting one. This app is called Zethyr, and it's pretty much a complete 180 from any of their other apps because basically they wanted to make messaging a bit more fun to do, so they decided to make it so you have to draw messages on some sort of board in like their app, and you basically can like send it to other people and stuff, and it can go all around the world. That's what they're showing right here. It was definitely interesting, but I don't know if it was the greatest concept though, considering that you could pretty much do the exact same thing nowadays in just like regular messages. Alright, we're back to music now. This is Leaf Trombone, and it was released in April 2009. And there's quite a lot of contests that they did with this, and it was definitely a pretty successful one overall. But Ocarina was probably still the king though. It was basically where you could like play trombone basically. You could use tap mode, or you could use or you could blow into the mic as well. What you basically do is there's like a scale that you can like change, and you can basically what you can do with that is you can hold the trombone in a certain position, or like hold it near one of the dots or frets in the game. That's basically how it works, and then you blow into the mic. You can change it as you're playing. This is just an animation, by the way. This isn't actually real gameplay. Here's an interesting one. This app is called IMT Pain, and it's basically where you get to sound like T-Pain if you talk through the app. It's an interesting concept, I will say, especially since this sort of thing back in the day would have cost you a lot of money, but nowadays it's just available in an app, so that's really cool. In this video, they're actually rapping to a T-Pain song right now, the Mule and this Ryan guy. So yeah, that Ryan guy's even wearing a T-Pain shirt, so really keeping with the theme.
Makes me more attracted to you, and I wanna see you break it down for me. Ha! Yes, we in this private party. Girl, I like your body. Can you tick, 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 pop, lock and drop it? 'Cause
Now, this is one of my personal favorite apps from Smule. It's called Magic Piano, and it's actually one of the 4 apps from Smule that's still around today. It's pretty old. It was released around like mid-2009, I believe. And it's a very cool app, actually, because you get to play music very easily, with just the tap of one finger. This guy's using like all of his fingers, but you don't even have to use that if you really don't want to. And there's also different types of like freestyling you can do, like he's showing here. There's only like certain types of freestyling shown in this video, but nowadays there's actually quite a lot more you can do. And there's also daily challenges and all that sort of thing. And it's very good. You can also look around the world to see duets and just solo playing going on as well. Alrighty, so if you're like a long time Smule fan, this one you'll definitely know. It's called Glee Karaoke. And it basically was the precursor to Sing, which is now called Smule actually. And we're going to get into that more later because it's actually probably Smule's biggest app right now. But as for Glee, you could basically like, it was pretty similar. It was like pretty much almost the same as Sing. There just wasn't as many features really with it. And it was also an older app. But once Sing like took the stage, it pretty much just disappeared and got taken off the App Store. So yeah. Alright, so this was an interesting one. It's called Magic Fiddle, and it was kind of the precursor to Magic Guitar, which was the precursor to the guitar. So there's quite a lot to it. It's also pretty similar to Magic Piano as well, as in you have to like tap notes, except you also have to like hold them. You can do duets as well, like these two people are doing. And yeah, it's an interesting app. So this is definitely one of the most interesting ventures that Smule has ever taken. They decided to make an app called Madpad, which basically is where you could collect sounds and make it into a song, which I really find interesting. Like I really, if I actually was old enough back then, I probably would have tried it out. But yeah, it's basically you record a ton of sounds, and then you can like record loops too, to like for like kind of the background as he's doing here, and then you do the actual main melody. You can like record at different times too, to make like a 3-part duet. A 3-part, like, I don't really know what to call it, but it's like, yeah. And you can also record like videos along with it too, so you can see there's like a lot of videos that are playing. And also this guy actually sung in for part of his Madpad, and he made him fade out so it looks cooler, and it's kind of like the lyrics for this song that he's doing.
everybody go and say hey, yeah. Everybody go and say hey now. Everybody go and say hey, yeah. Ooh, let me hear you say hey. Ooh, let me hear you say hey, hey now. Ooh, let me hear you say hey. Ooh, let me hear you say hey, hey now. Everybody, everybody, everybody go. Everybody, everybody, everybody go and say everybody, everybody, everybody go. Everybody, everybody, everybody go and say ooh, let me hear you say hey.
Okay, well, this one lasted a surprisingly long time. It's called Magic Guitar, which I mentioned earlier, and it's pretty similar to Magic Fiddle, except you're playing a guitar, really, and not a fiddle. You can hold notes. It's also pretty similar to Magic Piano in that, like, it's kind of like got that formation where it's like moving downwards and stuff. However, the most interesting part about it is that it actually lasted about like 9 years. It was released in 2011, but I think it was like only this year that it got deleted from the App Store. And I actually tried to download it on my iPhone 5 that I have, An interesting part about it is my iPhone 5 is stuck at 10.33, which I needed because apparently it doesn't work with iOS 11, this app, when I tried to download it on my iPad, which is at iOS 12 right now. And it was like not even updated. It wasn't even like fully wide enough for my iPhone 5 screen, which is pretty old, like in and of itself. But like that Magic Guitar app is clearly designed for like an iPhone 4 or something like that, or like a 4S. So this was Smule's attempt of trying to get into like more of the gaming industry here with Beatstream, where basically it also involves music though, in that you pick a song and it basically transforms it into a video game where you can like bust through walls and stuff. And this is actually a very interesting app for a variety of reasons. For one thing, there's something called warped mode where you can actually, as you'll see later in this video, you'll be able to like certain power-ups will speed you up, will speed up the music, and certain ones will slow it down. It's very weird and trippy. And this app didn't last very long in the end. It was kind of just kind of a little venture outside their usual thing. As you can see here, it's like really a lot faster. And here it's like normal speed and it goes faster. And you can see that it's also acting very weirdly, the little arrow thing. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the majority of you have not even heard of this app. It's called Songify, where basically you can just talk and it adds a ton of like auto-tune and weird things to your, and like a lot of like cool special effects to your voice. And to tell you the truth, I think it's very similar to Autowrap, except it doesn't really change like the speed of your voice either. It just kind of changes like the pitch or the way your voice sounds. And yeah, it's basically Songify. I don't know if it was really a good app ever, but it was definitely a start for Autowrap. Alright, this is a very weird app. It's called Ocarina II. The surprising thing is, it actually lasted less time than the original Ocarina, despite having quite a lot more features. Maybe it was just harder to use, maybe that was the issue, or maybe it just didn't sell as well. But yeah, Ocarina 1 is still around today. This Ocarina 2 app didn't even last many years before getting cut. And there's quite a lot more you can do, like there's a lot of beats that you can keep track of, and many other things too. Now we've gone to my personal favorite app called Autowrap. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I used Autowrap for many, many years, and that's how I really got to know Smule. Pretty much ever since it came out, I've been like using it kind of on and off. As of right now, I haven't really used it that much for a while now, mainly because of the obvious fact that like YouTube is probably just a lot better. Like I just like YouTube a lot more than Autowrap nowadays. But I remember back like a couple years ago, I used to rap all the time though. They're very cringy, and I'm not going to tell you my profile because I don't want you guys going and watching that stuff. But yeah, it was kind of like the real way I got to know Smule. And as you can see here, it's a bit different in this video than it is now. And yeah, he's acting very weird. He's like trying to test it to see how well it can actually convert stuff. I'm gonna let you guys watch this entire video because he acts so weird the entire time.
I am the almighty Bangoyo. I am the almighty Bangoyo.
Did anyone notice the guy in the background crawling? Alright, now we go into everyone's favorite app. Sing. And I'm gonna call it Sing because I find it easier to get used to than calling it Smule because Smule is the company's name. Sing nowadays is pretty much the main app for Smule. Like that's where pretty much if you're talking about Smule, that's the first thing you'll mention. They do like it, and it's still around today. Obviously, I mean, like they do sell like Autowrap, Magic Piano, and Ocarina, like I said before. But like this is like really what they care about, though. I will say this though, they did add something new to Autowrap recently, which proves that they do still care about it. But it just Sing just seems to be getting all the attention. Like if you go into the Smule's YouTube channel, which is where I found all of this stuff, by the way, all of this stuff is from like at least 6 years ago or more, because after 6 years ago, pretty much everything is just all sing, 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 sing. Or it's like just showing you how to do stuff in Sing. It's like just pretty much everything is related to Sing. I guess I don't really have much of a problem with that, considering that Smule is kind of like not as big of a, like I don't really use it as much. I do still really like Smule though a ton, even though they really aren't really caring about like anything else besides Sing. Like literally they do like a Smule 1-1 thing, this 1-1 show on their YouTube channel, and like literally everything it's always just Sing. There's like no mention of Autowrap or Magic Piano or anything. They still have like a daily challenge and stuff, and they do still add beats to Autowrap and stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if any of those three apps, Autowrap, Magic Piano, or Ocarina, get taken down in favor of Sing, because Sing is kind of where everyone is right now, you know. I will say this though, Sing is a good app. Like you get to showcase your talents, and you can add filters to make yourself sound even better. And you can also duet with people, and even do like a full-on group Sing where anyone can join. Like literally, you can have like 20 people in one if you really want to. Here's another Autowrap clone. So, Songify was an Autowrap clone, and now we have this. And it used to be called Strum, but now it's called Signbeat, so I'll call it Signbeat for the sake of this video. It's not around anymore, at least it's not around by Smule anymore. It might be around by like a different company, but Smule doesn't endorse it anymore like they used to. It's basically Autowrap, but in video form, and you can like, and their tagline for this app was turn your life into a music video. And it's interesting. You can add filters, and it kind of like distorts your voice with the same algorithm that Autowrap uses. It just adds video to the mix, and it didn't last very long before Smule either just simply stopped releasing or updating it, or it just simply handed off to another company. I think they might have done that actually, but I don't know. To tell you the truth, I really do not know. So the last app I'm going to talk about today, because it's pretty much the last app that Smule ever released, was Guitar, and it was basically the newer version of Magic Guitar and Magic Fiddle, and it used to be sold from Smule for many years, but very recently it just got deleted off the App Store, which really sucks because it was probably my second favorite app besides Autowrap. I actually liked it better than Magic Piano, just the way it worked. I thought it was a lot better. Basically, how Guitar did work was you would basically you'd either have 3-note chords, or you just prick a note, or you could like slide upwards too. There's like many things you could do in this one. So the difference between this and Magic Guitar mainly is that A, it has more songs, and B, it has a different scrolling, has like a different type of scrolling, like I don't know how to explain it, but like it just works a bit differently. Like this, the way like notes come into to play, it's a bit different, you know. And you could also later on you were able to choose between like many different types of guitars, which was also cool. And you need like a certain amount of like coins to be able to do it and you'd like unlock them through like playing and stuff. Yeah, right here they're finally explaining how it works here. So you pick by tapping a single string, and then swipe a finger across the string to strum. It's like kind of like you're like strumming all the notes. Tap and hold a colored tab on the left to select the chord. Yeah, that's another thing. But that's only a medium and hard. It's kind of like a new thing. And you can pick and strum it also in one motion, as you guys can see here. There's quite a lot more to do in it, is my point, than Magic Guitar or Magic Fiddle, to be totally honest. There's just a lot more to do. It's definitely one of the most innovative products ever, for sure. But I think that's going to conclude my video, guys, since they really, to my knowledge, I think this is like the last new app they've really fully released. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different than my usual stuff, but I just felt like doing it, so bye.